Oh, I'm not going quite yet. I talked about earlier we were gonna end this stream by watching King Mario of Cramelot, and we were gonna review King Mario of Cramelot. So let me get that set up right quick. This is King Mario. What the fuck? Fuck you.
Hey,
I don't want to buy a fucking Silverado. I don't want to buy a truck and guzzle up gas. I want a new Corolla. Help me with that. So this is a restored version, and what that means, if you're not aware, when the Super Mario Bros. Super Show was originally broadcast and when VHS tapes of it were originally being released in the late 80s and the early 90s, every episode had a cover song, like a licensed cover song play. But when the DVDs came out years later, they took out all the cover songs and replaced them with random instrumentals from the Mario 3 cartoon and Captain N. So this is a restored fan edit that restores the original cover song.
Hey,
so this is the way to watch it.
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show!
And we're gonna watch the full episode with the live action segments intact, so get ready for this. And I'll do my best to be an intelligent analyst for you. Because you've all seen this, right? You guys have watched the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. You're here for my analysis and review of the cartoon. So I'll try my best here, but it is pretty late and my brain is mush right now. And this episode, I mean, this intro right here looks pretty good. And you guys know why? Toei Animation animated this. I'm just kidding, they didn't. But no, the company that did the animation for this show did the filler episodes for Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water. So that is some trivia for you.
If I move my bishop 4 to queen 6, no, because if I do that, then I won't be able to...
So this is an iconic roommate character of the Mario Brothers named Edison. So he's an electrician, and he's named Edison, like Thomas Edison. Very clever. Very obscure Mario character here. We don't really see Edison brought up that much. And I believe last time I tried looking him up, there was only one piece of fan art for Edison on, like, DeviantArt.
Move this one here.
Hopefully after this stream there's more Edison fan art.
That's it? That's it. That's your move?
Now let's see. Can Luigi use his Luigi logic to best Edison in a game of chess? Let's see what happens here. This is intense.
Checkmate.
I mean, maybe that is a checkmate. You know, I was actually on the chess club in elementary school, but this is just kind of a glob of pixels down here. It's kind of hard for me to tell which piece is which, but I'm gonna assume Deke was competent enough to make it so it's actually checkmate.
I mean, after all, let nothing bother that beautiful girlish figure of yours.
And this was this was before Mario and Luigi went to the Mushroom Kingdom, so Mario hadn't learned his lesson about gluttony yet.
You mean it? With birthday cake and party hats and noisemakers and a VCR and a high-definition color TV monitor?
Hey, that's gonna lot, kid. I mean, we're just plumbers.
All right.
So this was the 80s, so a high-definition color TV monitor was like $10,000, for reference. Alright, cartoon time.
It's the Mario Brothers.
Here we go, the main feature, what you guys are all here, King Mario of Cramelot. Fuck this sad-eyed orphan shit. It's time to go to the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, it's not really the Mushroom Kingdom. This episode is going to take place in Cramelot, which is a separate kingdom from the Mushroom Kingdom. Alright, time for some fantasy now. Here we go.
Plumber's log number 2237. We were in a land of damsels in distress and knights in shining armor, the legendary Cramelot.
And now you can tell this is the second episode of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. But if you didn't know that, you can tell it's an early episode by the color of Toad's head. See how it's red with white spots when it's supposed to be white with red spots? That's how it is in the first couple episodes. But I actually think he looks better with his head designed like that.
Must be a beehive nearby. And where there's bees, there's raviolis smothered in honey.
Fucking Mario's Winnie the Pooh ass. You just gotta love the background music in this. Another Mario deep cut here.
Bezos has begun! Abracadabra!
Before Magic Koopas, there was Mervin the Magician. So when Nintendo designed Kamek and the Magic Koopas, they were ripping off Mervin, just so you know. Because Mervin came first. The third brother, oh, that's not this episode.
I'll show you. Just cross your fingers that my aerial is hooked up.
Yeah, hard luck. This is actually a good episode.
Now I can spread my evil meanness all over Camelot.
Now notice how much, because we watched an episode of the Mario 3 cartoon on a previous stream. See how much more sinister King Koopa looks here? Whereas in the Mario 3 cartoon, he kind of looked more bitch-made and soft with the way he was kind of animated and drawn. Here he looks sinister as fuck. It's all in the eyes, I think.
Whoever pulls out that plunger will be crowned our real king and become
plunger.
powerful enough to drive Koopa away. Murphy, old pal, your problems are solved. I've been unclogging sinks since I was knee-high to a tortellini.
Now see, this really goes to establish how special Mario is.
Been built that Mario can't unclog.
See that? See, this is the lore you're missing out on in the modern video games. Like, they don't talk about this shit, how Mario was able to, like, pull out the plunger. Also, listen to this music. I'm gonna shut up. I want you guys to listen to this music when he sticks the landing. Hold on.
Hey! Nice plumbing hero guy. Dust off the crown and call out the town.
That's so awesome. That was supposed to be the Starman theme, by the way, in case you couldn't tell.
Yes, your royal Koopaness. You're the most kingliest Koopa that ever could.
Want my feet licked? Yeah, that's the first episode where he says that.
The Eaton Plumber and his friends, not the crowd.
I want cum in my mouth. Now, see, this is how Mario can relate to the common man. See all these peasants here cheering him on? Like, in the modern games, it would just be a bunch of generic toads, and not even the cool toads with red hats and white spots. Just, like, normal-ass, like, white hat toads with yellow spots and blue spots. Not even red pants. Like, fucking... Here we see fucking Shrek back here. He's got his arms behind his back because he has respect for Mario. He knows Mario's a class above him, but he also knows Mario's a champion for folks such as him, because Mario's been there before coming to the Mushroom Kingdom. He was just a bottom-of-the-barrel laborer. And then this guy's just cross-eyed. He has no fucking hope. But Mario is the light in this fucking society of darkness. And then there's a fucking, like, dog here. I don't know what that's about.
Isn't this exciting, Mario?
Everybody should aspire to be Mario. That's true.
King Koopa and his army of Koopa Troopers.
Now, see, whoever wrote this episode, they kind of glazed over the manual because those aren't Koopa Troopas, those are Koopa Paratroopas, but you guys know that.
Give me that.
Now, this was the 80s, so they could threaten death on characters and get away with
you
it.
lasagna-loving losers. You'll wish you never came to Camelot.
And you could also kiss plungers in the 80s, and that was seen as an okay thing to do.
No, we never get back to Brooklyn.
Take it easy.
Now, see, look, you don't even have to, like, hear any dialogue. This one frame tells you a lot right here. You know, Luigi, he's just given up at that point. But Toad and Princess Toadstool, they're trying to think things through. But is Mario concerned? No, he isn't. Because this isn't just Mario the man. This is also Mario the idea. He doesn't accept defeat. He doesn't just sit and take shit when the chips are down. There's always a way out for him. It might not always be obvious, but things always come up Mario. Defeat and despair are two words that start with D, and they're also two words that aren't in his vocabulary, because he doesn't know the meaning of them. That's why he can sit here and he can just lean against this wall while he's in chains and smile. And he's aware, like, he's not, like, ignorant to their stakes here. He, as you'll see here, I mean, you guys can just watch and see.
Very uncool, dudes. The
Or the room could fill with water until we all drown like rats. Huh?
We gotta get out of here!
Now that kind of took him by surprise, but see, he can still smile. Because here's the thing you don't understand. Plumbing is a very skilled profession. And in order to excel at his fucking class, I mean, this is the mindset. He had to put himself through this mindset. He has to work like he's in the fucking military. So he's been through all of it. He's a problem solver, okay? So there are problems, all right? There's definitely problems in this scenario. But Mario's a problem solver. So that's why he's so confident here. But Luigi's still young. He's still wet behind the ears. And he fucking, like, he looks up to Mario. And he needs his help when they're doing plumbing jobs. So that's why he hasn't developed the same values that Mario has. See, the reason Mario is so confident there is because after falling in the drain and going into this magical kingdom of talking mushrooms, he just accepts the new reality that he's in, that there's just magic and things can just work out. So, are the mushrooms in Mario a reference to the stoned ape theory of civilization? Well, you know what's funny is that also, this is a really good shot here. I know this is a very low bitrate YouTube video, but can we look at the fucking shading of that shot? Like the lighting here? Okay, well, for the first few frames, that looked good. But, like, then it became flat again. Well, you know what's funny about the Super Show? Is, like, there aren't, like, mushrooms in it. Like, Mario doesn't eat mushrooms in the Super Show. He grabs fire flowers, but not mushrooms. Because technically, he's already, like... Because I guess Deke, they couldn't think of a convincing way to, like, do the transformation of Mario going from small to big. So they just made it so, oh, Mario's already Super Mario, so he can get the fire flower.
Look! Over there! There's a hand coming out of the water, and it's holding a plumber snake.
See, Nintendo doesn't want you to see this. Not only did Mario get the golden plunger, but he got Excalibur, too. I mean... Oh, here, get ready for the music!
Look! He's becoming Super Mario!
Mario, Excalibur has made you the most powerful crusader in all of Camelot. Congratulations, kiddo.
And see how, like, because of Mario's, like, confident demeanor, all of these menacing faces in the background, they start to get worried. They're like, oh, we can't deter him. See that? They're confused. They're like, huh? What? He's supposed to be like... Nobody's ever been able to hold Excalibur like that. And see how he transformed into Fire Mario? See, that's also some lore. Like, you know, because Excalibur was made from the fibers of the Fire Flower. And... fucking... I don't know, there's a fucking chemical reaction that Italian men have to getting those fibers. I don't fucking know, dude. What do you want from me? I'm trying my best here.
I'm not Koopa for a Loopa.
Sigh.
And here's the opening to Dragon's Lair on NES.
You'll have to swim across the moat and let down the drawbridge.
So this is where the business side of Mario comes in. Because, yeah, Mario, he's got some talents. He's skilled on his own. But at the same time, he's still a cold-hearted capitalist from America. So when he's faced with a situation like this, he sees the people around him as tools. And he knows that Luigi can be a very useful tool in this situation. Because Luigi's not really useful for a lot in this episode, really, if you think about it. But he is useful for letting down the drawbridge. And Mario sees that, and he can just call on him like a dog, like a human tool. Which is kind of fucked up, but, like, it's one of those things where, you know, the end justifies the means. So Mario still comes out of this looking pretty unscathed.
But I can't. I'm gonna have a baby. And
Luigi was pregnant, by the way, so it was kind of fucked up of Mario to force him to do this. Who knocked up Luigi? It might have been Mervin, I think. You know what's crazy is that these characters have all this personality in this cartoon, but the only thing Nintendo took from it was making Luigi a coward in Luigi's Mansion. Isn't that crazy?
This is the most glorious day of my Koopa career. At last I'm king.
That's career spelt with a K, by the way.
You're not king. You're nothing but a crowned Kiteman Koopa.
Love this music. All right, get ready for this. Get ready for the music. Get ready for the song. You guys ready for this? You guys like Michael Jackson, right? Well, check this out.
I'm bad. We'll see about that. Seize them.
It's not a very good cover, though. The whole world has to answer right now because I tell you once again. Like, that's not Michael Jackson.
Plumbers run into trouble. We gotta flush it out.
What's he gonna do? Eat him? What was that Koopa Troopa gonna do? This is pretty fucking awesome.
Ugliest lizard that ever slimed its way across Cramelot.
See, there's never been a Mario game where he's engaged in a sword fight. And Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, the fucking fencing game doesn't count. God, this cover.
Huh? Thanks, Koopa. This duel has made me work up quite an appetite.
Now that Koopa was okay with that. Because if we can go frame by frame here. Hold on. Look at that. First of all, he's getting a nice upskirt view. So he's not even really trying. He's doing this on purpose. Yeah, look at him. He's smirking. God, the compression on this upload's really bad. I don't think there's any good quality uploads of this show on YouTube. I might have to, like, look into what I can do to, like, fix that. Because people don't understand video compression. And now, he's under her dress. And then, like, he's fully enveloped by her. And he's getting his skull crushed in by her high heels, and he might be into that. So when we see his face again... Just going frame by frame here. He's still smiling. And his eyes are closed. She fucking put him to sleep and made him happy.
There! That's the last of those, Prime!
And that was some pretty creative, like, shit from Deke there. Because, here's the thing. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show adapts both the first Super Mario Bros. And Mario 2. So it takes elements from both of those games, right? But Koopa Troopas are enemies from Mario 1. But what does Peach do here? Toadstool. What does Princess Toadstool do here? She lifts them up. First of all, you can't play as Princess Toadstool in Mario 1. So that's pretty cool to see Toadstool fighting a Mario 1 enemy in the first place. But she lifts him up, like in Super Mario Bros. 2, and throws him at other Koopa Troopas. But you can't do that in Super Mario Bros. 1, you can only do that in 2, so it's really cool to see how Deke sort of combined both of the games together. Now see how Luigi, he tries to get his little credit there at the end? I mean, like, he was sitting here cowering the whole time, but now that he knows victory is assured at this point, and, like, it's certain, like, he's confident all of a sudden.
The brain plumbers have foiled my plans again. That's the way the meatball...
He's like, yeah, we did it. I never had any doubts the whole time. But he's young and naive. I mean, you can forgive him. But Mervin's not having any of that shit. He's like, really, dude? Really? You kidding me? But Mario doesn't mind. At the end of the day, they're brothers, and they love each other, and they support each other. So, despite their flaws, like Toad and Toadstool, they're kind of nonplussed. But, you know, brothers, you know, sometimes people have their way of doing things, and you just have to learn to, like, accept your differences. And Mario and Luigi can do that at the end of the day, despite their differences, because they love each other and support each other as brothers.
Bounces. Then, as the old saying goes, he who coops and runs away lives to coop another day.
Well, now Koopa's about to escape into a warp zone. If only Krillin was here, he could deliver the finishing blow with his fucking sword.
Got away again.
Yes, but Camelot's seen the last of him.
That's such a good shot.
And Camelot's people want you to stay here and be the king.
King? I always wanted to be king. I accept.
I crown.
So, you know, that's something else you're not going to get from the video games. Mario always aspired to earn royalty, and I think that's pretty, like, he earned it too. That's the thing. We see him, like, we've literally seen Mario go from being a plumber scraping by in Brooklyn to becoming royalty. I think that's incredible. Just this blue-collar worker. I mean, he doesn't come from wealth. He just, you know, he stumbled his way through life, living paycheck to paycheck. Then while on the job, went down a fucking random drain. And now he's a king and he earned it. Like, that should be inspiring to everyone.
Royal Mario.
But we also see royalty as in everything.
Hey, what's this thing?
A new exercise machine. Whoever becomes king of Camelot must be trim as a lion. No more pasta for you.
A food lion.
On the second thought, Murphy, old pal, I don't think I'm cut out to be king. Here, arrivederci.
Mario loves the simple things in life, like spaghetti and pasta and Texas toast. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of admirable. All right, time to check back in on our sad-eyed orphan.
Oh, I tell you, it's beautiful. I love the colors. I can't taste it. Just sort of do it.
That was pretty beautiful, actually.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yep, I agree. It's beautiful. Do you think this is why Mario's basically mute in the modern video games? Because of all the experiences he's had between this and his cartoon adventures?
Yeah, those are the beatiest little sad eyes I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. Yo, my arms are tired. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
And I want to see what the next Legend of Zelda is about.
Oh shit, yeah. You guys get some. This is like the Nintendo Direct of 1989. You get a sneak peek at the new Zelda.
This is the Triforce of Wisdom, Link.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Evil wizard Ganon has the Triforce.
Because, you know, the Super Mario Brothers portion of it, like the Mario cartoons, those are kind of for, like, the toddlers, right? But, like, the edgy teens, they waited every Friday for the next Legend of Zelda. That was their time to watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Every Friday, where instead of a dumb little baby Mario cartoon, it's time for fucking Zelda, baby. For real gamers. Real gamer hours here. This is a real fucking cartoon, let me tell you. A real fantasy adventure.
You must help me, Link.
Hey, for you, Zelda, anything.
Look at how awesome that is.
Never whistle again, period.
But yeah, dude, I'm so fucking hyped for the new Legend of Zelda. It's so fucking awesome. They've got swords and shit. Yeah, dude, I got my media literacy degree at Hustler University. This Friday, bitches, and Comic Sans. This fucking Friday. Get ready. That's tomorrow. Well, technically today, because it's like 1:30 in the AM here. So today, when you guys come home and turn on your cable TV, turn on UPN, and you watch the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, there's going to be a new Zelda. All right?
Mother and father, forget about it. Patty said she was an orphan.
An orphan? Well, that's a new one. Last week she was telling people we were lost in space.
So you got to think about it. We just saw Mario save a kingdom, become a king. But prior to all of that, this was one of his toughest challenges. Having to help take care of a supposed orphan. So kind of let that sink in for you.
Well, going to your room till the end of the century.
Who are you? My pre-orphan parents.
Now see, back when this show was made, you could actually ground children and get away with it. Can you believe it?
Such a cruel thing like that.
Why don't we have a party and celebrate a happy family reunion, huh?
And this kind of just shows that how innocent Hollywood could be. Like, why would anyone want to go to a Diddy party when they could go to a Lou Albano and Danny Wells party? See? There's no drugs here, there's no...
We'll be right back.
They just have noisemakers, pizza, party hats. They're just having a good old time. Yes, Mario is very forgiven, you know? I mean, they couldn't explicitly promote Christian values back in the 1980s, but Mario was a pretty good Christian, I think.
You got it! It's the Mario!
So yeah, that's King Mario of Cramelot. I think that's like, you know, overall I think that's an 8 out of 10 episode of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
Do the Mario all together now! Come on now, just like that!
Well, maybe it's 7 out of 10 because the Deke logo scares me.
Which caused me to fall down a flight of wooden stairs and split my head open. I'm serious, that's all you do. That's all you do. I'm fucking sick of it!
They look like beautiful women, but their tissues are made of pigment. That's why they burn, like paper.
Fuck that. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, how am I fucking stuck? This is so retarded.